Salam guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I bring you another exciting journey, this time to the very heart of Central Asia, Tajikistan. Do follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Welcome to Tajikistan, a landlocked country in the heart of Central Asia. Its borders stretch with Afghanistan to the south, Uzbekistan to the west, Kyrgyzstan to the north, and China to the east. With a population of nearly 10 million people, Tajikistan is often called the roof of the world, as more than 90% of its land is covered by mountains, making it a paradise for trekkers and adventurers. For Pakistani travelers, the visa process is now more streamlined. Pakistani citizens can apply online via the Tajik e-visa system. While the visa itself remains valid for up to 90 days, the permitted stay is 60 calendar days per visit. If you're planning to journey into the awe-inspiring Pamir region, you'll also need to secure the GBAO permit. Simply tick the appropriate option during your e-visa application. This additional permit grants access to Gorno-Badakhshan, one of the most remote and beautiful parts of the country. As our plane glides toward Dushanbe International Airport, you're entering the vibrant heart of Tajikistan. Dushanbe, home to roughly 1 million residents, is a city where sweeping boulevards and lively bazaars meet the elegance of Soviet-era and modern architecture. Here's what every traveler should know upon arrival. Practical essentials to navigate the city with ease. Currency. Tajik Somoni. Exchange dollars at banks or counters. Visa ATMs widely available. SIM and internet. T-Cell recommended for best coverage. Passport required to buy a SIM. Accommodation. From budget-friendly guest houses to comfortable mid-range hotels and luxury stays, options are available across $40 to $170 per night. Food and meals. From street food to upscale dining, expect to spend between $1 and $15 per meal. Local transport. Taxis and ride-hailing apps are easy to find, while buses remain the most budget-friendly option. Travel tip: always pay in Somoni. Dollars often bring poor exchange rates. Dushanbe is not just the gateway to the Pamirs, but also a welcoming city where every traveler finds comfort, culture, and warm hospitality. Day 1, early morning in Dushanbe, having a simple breakfast at a local cafe, we begin our journey through the capital of Tajikistan, Rudaki Park, city center, walking distance. A green heart of the city, famous for its fountains and the statue of poet Rudaki, Somoni Monument, and Friendship Square, next to Rudaki Park. Iconic landmark honoring Ismail Somoni, Dushanbe flagpole, 5 minutes walk. At 165 meters, once the world's tallest, flying Tajikistan's national flag. National Museum of Tajikistan, 5 minutes by car. Home to Silk Road artifacts and the 14-meter reclining Buddha. Victory Park, 15 minutes uphill drive. A memorial park with panoramic views over the city. Botanical Garden, 15 minutes by car. Ismaili Cultural Center, 10 minutes from downtown. Rohat Tea House, the famous for traditional dinners, Soviet-style building. Koki Navruz Palace, a dazzling cultural palace, tradition, and modern grandeur. If you have more time, Mehergan Market, 15 minutes from city center. TSUM Department Store, best for souvenirs and local textiles. Hisar Fortress, 30 kilometers, 40 minutes drive. Dushanbe may take more than a day to explore, but each step reveals a capital full of culture, history, and warm hospitality. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support keeps us exploring and bringing more stories from the mountains to you. Day 2. A 3-hour drive from Dushanbe takes us deep into the Fann Mountains, where, at 2,195 meters, lies the legendary Iskanderkul Lake. Surrounded by snow-capped peaks, its turquoise waters have long been linked to the tales of Alexander the Great. Visitors can hike gentle trails around the lake or hire a small boat to glide across its calm surface. A short walk reveals Snake Lake, while another path leads to the roaring 38-meter waterfall, often called the Niagara of Tajikistan. As the sun sets over the mountains, we end the day at a simple guest house near the lake, an ideal stop before continuing onward to Panjakent and the ancient city of Sarazm. Day 3. After a night by the tranquil waters of Iskanderkul, our journey continues west around 3 hours, covering nearly 120 kilometers through winding mountain roads toward Panjakent, a city often called the Pompeii of Central Asia. Once a thriving Sogdian settlement along the Silk Road, its ruins still echo the art, culture, and trade of 1,300 years ago. Nearby lies Sarazm, a UNESCO World Heritage Site dating back over 5,000 years, one of the oldest known farming settlements in Central Asia. Within the city, the Rudaki Museum offers a closer look at artifacts from these historic sites while honoring the legacy of Tajikistan's greatest poet. Not far away, the Olim Dodko Mosque built in the 18th century, stands with its wooden columns and peaceful courtyard, reflecting the region's Islamic heritage. Today, Panjakent is a lively town where old meets new. Bustling bazaars, warm hospitality, and traditional Tajik meals greet every traveler. We spend the night here, preparing for the next leg of our journey deeper into the Fann region. From Panjakent, our road stretches north, around 250 kilometers, nearly 6 hours through mountain passes and fertile valleys, until we reach Khujand, the second largest city of Tajikistan and one of the oldest in Central Asia. Once founded by Alexander the Great, Khujand sits gracefully on the banks of the Sir Darya River. The city welcomes us with its vibrant Panjshanbe Bazaar, one of the busiest markets in the country, alive with colors, spices, and the rhythm of local trade. Sheikh Muslihuddin Mosque, located in central Khujand, is a 16th century architectural complex built in honor of the poet and ruler Sheikh Muslihuddin. It includes a mosque, minaret, and mausoleum. Arbab Palace, built in the 1950s, is a grand Soviet-era building inspired by the Registan of Samarkand, once serving as a political and cultural hub. Today, it stands as a symbol of Tajik history and heritage. Khujand Fort, also known as Mag Tepe, is an ancient fortress dating back to the 6th century BC, later rebuilt by Alexander the Great. Today, it houses the Historical Museum of Sugd, showcasing the region's rich past. By evening, Khujand offers both modern comforts and a taste of timeless tradition, making it the perfect stop before our journey continues further into the north. From Khujand, travelers usually face two distinct choices. For those without a GBAO permit, the western border with Uzbekistan is just a short drive away. Crossing here leads you first to Samarkand, about 160 kilometers from Khujand, then onward to Bukhara, another 320 kilometers, and finally to Khiva, nearly 570 kilometers further west. In total, the journey spans around 1,050 kilometers, best enjoyed over 2 days, as each stop reveals a different jewel of the Silk Road. Khujand, in this way, becomes the natural gateway for exploring Uzbekistan. But for adventurers holding the special GBAO permit, the journey takes a different turn. To truly experience Tajikistan's Pamir region, they must head southeast first, deep into the mountains, before considering any border crossing. Here, two paths open. The first is by air, flying back to Dushanbe and, if fortune favors, catching the small domestic flight to Khorog. Yet these flights are rare and often grounded by weather. The second, and far more reliable option, is by road. Most tourists return to Dushanbe for an overnight stay, then begin the legendary Pamir Highway journey the following morning. While long and demanding, this road ensures steady progress and avoids the uncertainty of canceled flights. So, the choice is clear. Explore the Pamirs first if you hold a GBAO permit, or follow the Silk Road into Uzbekistan if your path leads across the border. Day 7. After a restful night in Khorog, the road takes us east into the Wakhan corridor, where the Pamirs of Tajikistan stand face-to-face with Afghanistan's Hindu Kush Mountains across the Panj River. This stretch is about 110 kilometers, roughly a half-day drive, winding along the river with breathtaking views at every turn. By afternoon, we reach Ishkashim, a small town that serves as the gateway to the valley. Here, most travelers choose to stay overnight, adjusting to the slower pace of life, before continuing deeper into Wakhan the next day. The next leg covers nearly 170 kilometers, carrying us deeper into the heart of the valley. Along the road, history comes alive, first with the ancient Yamchun fortress, standing high above the river. Then, the sacred Bibi Fatima hot springs, where travelers pause for a rejuvenating soak. Further ahead lies the Buddhist stupa of Vrang and stone watchtowers that once guided caravans along the Silk Road. Leaving Longar at sunrise, The road climbs out of the Wakhan Valley toward the Khorog Pass, 4,344 meters. Here the greenery fades, and the landscapes open into vast, silent plains, an introduction to the high-altitude Pamirs. The journey, nearly 320 kilometers, takes the whole day. Along the way, you pass remote checkpoints, nomadic yurts, and herds of yaks grazing under endless skies. This is the Pamir Highway at its most dramatic, barren, beautiful, and unforgettable. By evening, we reach Murghab, 3,650 meters, the largest town in eastern Tajikistan. A wind-swept settlement of Kyrgyz and Pamiri culture, Murghab offers simple guest houses and a place to rest before the journey continues deeper into the roof of the world. Tajikistan is a land of endless discovery, where ancient Silk Road cities meet the wild beauty of the Pamirs. In just 2 weeks, you can trace its highlights, from Dushanbe to Panjakent, from Khujand to the Wakhan Valley, and across the legendary Pamir Highway. Yet, even then, the country leaves you wanting more. With warm hospitality, timeless culture, and landscapes that touch the sky, Tajikistan is not just a destination, but a journey that stays with you forever. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Your support truly means a lot.